Welcome to our first TradeMarkers update video. Today I'm going to be going through the November 2nd update. If you're not sure what version you're currently running, you can go to the parameters, select Smart TradeMarkers, go to the settings section, and you'll have a version date here. You can see I'm running the November 2nd, 2019 version. First change I want to cover is that we can now set the font that we see on the chart here. You go to the markers options, expand the font section. You can select any font you have on your PC. You can set the size just for demonstration purposes. Try to make it just a little bit bigger. Change the units, bold, italic, underline. Colors are the same as it's always been, whether it's positive, negative, and then the time color, and of course stop dots. And here we go. The drawn trade marker, it's a snow color currently, and if it's loaded from a file it'll be gold. So that's all of our on-screen options. So I have that changed to a 12, so let's do a refresh. And recalculate. And I think you can see the fonts are just a little bit bigger now. Okay, the next option we have is regarding how trades are entered and exited. Default behavior is the same. We have two new options: exit on opposing marker and allow overlap. That's both of these being enabled is how TradeMarkers has been working all along. But now we have the option to actually have trades in both directions. By disabling exit on opposing, if I recalculate, what we'll see is these trades here, they're being exited because I had a short trade up here at the top. If I want to allow them in both directions, we'll see those actually extend on out. This isn't a good example of why you would want to do this, but if you test this, or if you're someone that wants to counter trend within Bollinger Bands and things like that, or any kind of a choppy market where you're trading the edges, you will see that sometimes there's an advantage to do that. To actually execute that, you would actually have to trade short in one account, long in another account, but leave that logistics up to you. The other change we have is the allowing overlap. The way it currently is, and you may have seen this, is if I wanted to figure out where my targets were best be, I would have to scroll through the chart and remove trade markers if I didn't want to wind up being, in this case, long 3 contracts there. I would have to remove that trade marker. Now if I disable allow overlap, those overlapping trades will show up as an NTO, or a no trade overlap, and they are not entered. And I can see my P&L, and if I didn't want to see what if I had stayed with that, I can see what the change is in my P&L. Obviously it's going to be more. The no trade overlaps do not count against your no trade number here. That only comes into account when the entry price was not entered because of the offset. They will show up, however, in the group trades as a no trade overlap. One other thing that changed is in NinjaTrader 7, the load trade marker button used to be here. That's now moved to a tab. This is now using the same format as NinjaTrader 8 version. To load a file, you click the load file button, and the files that are available to you will show up here. You can filter those by the symbol, chart types, and by dates. By default, it's only going to show trade marker files that match the symbol, the chart type, and the date range that you currently have on the chart. That is the extent of the changes for November 2nd.